Okay, it's so bright. It's, what is it, almost 10 o'clock? We just launched out a 9 mile. We're gonna fish St. Clair for probably an hour and a half. We were gonna wake up at 5:45. That didn't happen. Peric wants to blame me for his alarm clock. I don't necessarily blame him, but I didn't set an alarm because I thought that he did. And then his was very quiet for 3 hours, so. I have one. What is it? What is it? No, I'm not. It's moving. What's a smallmouth? It's a good smallmouth. Put a waypoint. I told you we were going over the rocks. Put a waypoint in. Hurry, on a graph. Just hit the flag button twice. Oh my God, we found a smallmouth on St. Clair in an hour. We should get an award just for that. It's not even that big. You know what? I'm just happy that we found a smallmouth in St. Clair on the US side in August.
We found one or I found one?
Oh, you didn't find anything. I hooked them, so I obviously found them. Money.
Probably about 2.5.
That's the prettiest fish I've ever seen in my entire life. I was supposed to catch you at 6 a.m. Okay, where's that waypoint? We need to go back over there.
Alright, relax. We're just drifting around, I tell you. It's good. So I knew one spot that was kind of...
Bye, Peric.
Oh, I need my camera.
Explanation. Now, this really bugged me because I really wanted to fish St. Clair. Huge smallmouth guy, love smallmouth fishing in the Great Lakes. St. Clair is supposedly the mecca of Great Lakes smallmouth fishing, and I have never been. You know, I've been to Green Bay, Door County, Bay to Knock, Traverse City, Lake Erie. Haven't been to Thousand Islands yet. I want to do that, and I wanted to do St. Clair. Other than Lake Huron, I've nailed all of Lake Michigan. Like, I got it. I got it. Regardless, we wanted to fish St. Clair. First 2 days, as you saw in mine and Peric's vlogs, didn't work out. It was a wash for so many reasons. Some of them were our fault, some of them were not our fault. Most of them were our fault. We were supposed to wake up at 5 o'clock, fish St. Clair from about 5, sunrise was at 6, fish St. Clair from like 5:30, like first light, up until like 11:30 when Peric had to go to the airport to go see his ex-girlfriend. That's a whole nother story. I was going to bed and I asked Peric, do you have an alarm set? Because he was staying up and editing for the day. He does daily vlogs. I like to keep it mostly fishing. We didn't have a great fishing day. I just trashed the 2 fish catches. So he said he had an alarm set. So I was like, all right, fine. We'll use your alarm. His alarm was, I don't know if it was really quiet, it didn't go off, but he woke me up at almost 10 o'clock and said that his alarm had been going off for 3 hours and it would just now woke him up. We were stuck with the decision to just, I was really angry, to be honest. I wasn't angry at him. I mean, I could have, like, the blame was put on me, of course, at the beginning because I didn't set an alarm as well. If I had set an alarm, we would have been fine. If he had his volume on, we would have also been fine. So I think it's not 50-50. You can't really put a percentage on whose fault this was, but it was a mutual at fault. Regardless, we decided to go to St. Clair for literally an hour. And in the middle of August in Lake St. Clair, you're going to want to fish the Canadian side for the most part. We didn't have Canadian licenses. We didn't want to go through the hassle of calling in, driving that far. So we just stayed in the U.S. side. Managed to catch the 1 fish you saw in the U.S. side, which honestly is kind of a miracle, just launching on St. Clair and finding a fish in the middle of the summer, just driving anywhere, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. So I'm going to tie it in now. I'm going to be fishing right... Oh my God, how did that not break? I'm so done with this river. I'm so done with this river. Oh my God. I'm really upset right now, and I'm done with done with this creek. It was running high and muddy, so I should have just left anyway, but I was trying to be a trooper and stay at it, and I fell. You see there was a GoPro in here, and I fell forward in the creek, tripping on a huge rock, well, about knee waist deep. I think that GoPro is probably toast. After I got out of the water, it was still working, because it might be just barely sealed enough in here. I took the battery out. The battery had no water on it. It didn't have any water in there, but inside the side plate, the SD card had water on it. There was water all over the lens in the front of it. I don't know if I have to go to an officer meeting right now, being the president of like the fishing club here. I don't know if I can go. What I'm gonna try to do is get my buddy to go to that, and I'm gonna try to finish this video at a local lake around here, that Acton Lake. I'm just gonna try to fish from shore, catch something, because I'm done with this creek. It was really high and muddy, and I ruined my GoPro. I don't even know if my GoPro is still gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go there and hope it works, because I have no other option. There's once a GoPro like that gets wet, you can, like, putting rice in something ruins it. I dried it out. I mean, that's really all I could do. The battery is a big issue, and that didn't get wet, and that didn't short the system, but the SD card got wet. So I don't know, we'll see where we're at soon. Okay, so I have not looked at I took all the components out. I've let it dry for the 10 minutes. I'm gonna put all the components back and see if it turns back on. Oh. Oh. Oh wow, we might be okay. Doesn't look like there's any water in the lens. I don't know what the video quality is gonna be like. I don't know if this SD card was trash, but the lake, okay, well, that might be fine. The lake I'm fishing right now, it looks like it's high, and I'm shore fishing anyway. This place is full of water willows, so that might be actually really good, because it'll push the bass up in the willows more. I'm gonna attack it with the jig and the frog. Hopefully the next thing you'll see will be from this guy right here. Got one. All right. I had no idea if I'd get one or not. Nice. Yes. Oh my God, this is the first bass I've caught since I came back to college. First largemouth. Oh, and isn't it beautiful? Oh, I did not even see the blow up. He barely slurped the frog up under that pondweed. I just saw my line running, so I'm like, oh, I guess something's got it. There. Thank you, little fish. All right, on the frog. And for all those making comments, because honestly, why would you not? Yes, I know my reel sounds absolutely atrocious. Half the time it sounds like that, half the time it makes no noise and sounds like perfectly fine. The only common denominator is that the reel works perfectly fine. And I'm in college, I don't have the budget to go around buying new reels. So if this reel works fine, I'm gonna use it. I can tolerate a scratching noise. I don't know if it's a busted bearing, I really don't know what it is. I just know it sounds absolutely awful. But as long as it still works, I'm gonna keep using it. Okay, so I'm struggling mightily. I caught one little bass on the frog. I might go meet up with my buddy right now and try to fish one of his spots in the little creek, because I told him about my accident. If not, then that's my best shot. I'm just gonna keep trying to grind out these videos, make them as interesting as I possibly can, try to provide the best content I can, because this is really frustrating to me, because I'm a hyper competitive person. When I go out fishing and filming now, I want it to be the best that it can possibly be. That entails catching a lot of fish, cool cinematic stuff, minus the drone, because I'm not on Peric and John's level yet, especially with the drone shots. That Peric's last video, ooh, above the clouds, I'm getting distracted. So I'm trying to make these videos as best as I can. I have very limited options around here at the moment. Fishing in August is very it sucks, to put it blatantly, especially around here. So in the fall, a lot of these reservoirs and creeks and stuff like that, they really light up with action. I'm gonna be taking trips. I'm gonna be going, like, I'm gonna find good fish. I'm gonna find a way to make good content. I still have a lot of exploring to do. The exploring today didn't go very well because of high water and a little GoPro swim session, but hey, that's okay. So I'm gonna go fishing with my buddy. If you never see that and this is the end of the video, that means we didn't do too well. However, if you still see more, if there's still more video, stay tuned, but if there's not, I'll catch you next time.